Alright, hello everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Please excuse my naked nails this week. I could not have bothered to do my nails this week, and so I hope you don't mind my little nub hands for this video. But today I wanted to archive my pages with you guys. I have been kind of holding off on an archiving system just because I wanted to see if rings even worked for me and I had enough pages to actually archive. And so since I started this system, I started rings in the beginning of June. I have just been keeping the pages that I've archived in this rings that I detached from my Malden, and I've just been keeping them in here like in a little box in my room, but I figured this probably isn't great long term, so I decided to actually get the Franklin Covey archive binder. And so we're going to open this up today and transfer all of my pages into here. But before I archive those pages, I thought I'd do a quick flip through of July and just go through all my July pages before I put them up and show you guys how my book has gone. So I actually had 2 days, actually this past week, where I had like the planner scaries really hard, and I just didn't go in my rings, and I went to my B6 paper test for 2 days, and then I quickly realized like I hated that and immediately went back to my rings, and I'm feeling much better, which I've been feeling good in rings this whole entire time, and I just had like 1 or 2 days of a freak out, and I just needed to just like chill for a second. So this is gonna be July. The only pages I really archive are gonna be my weekly and daily pages. I pretty much keep everything else because I'm using those on a consistent basis. But this is what it is looking like so far. I have this July sticky that I will archive, but a lot of this looks more or less the same. I still have my Ranger days tracking in here. Those 2 days I didn't use it, I did not track. So these pages are all staying. I really enjoy all of these. These are sticker sheets from some stickers that I got in Yoseka. And then these are all the pages that I'm going to be archiving. So I think this was actually the very last week of June, and then the first week of July. So you'll kind of see how my weekly and daily pages progress throughout the month, but it's basically just some sort of weekly overview and then daily journaling. In the beginning of the month, I was doing my daily journaling and kind of memory keeping on just plain grid paper, and I was just doing it whenever I kind of felt the need or the want to do it, so I wasn't doing it 7 days out of the week. And then I started to slowly tailor my weekly overview pages, so I changed these up a little bit. These are also on Patreon for all my patrons, and I just kind of let them try them out if they wanted to. And then we stuck with the plain grid for journaling. And then I tried some different weeklies and dailies kind of midway through July. So I did a weekly breakdown of kind of like where I'm at or like what jobs I'm working throughout the week. There's a habit tracker and then just like a little note section. And then over here I have my work to-dos, my personal, and then all my events and appointments of the week over here on the right side. And this weekly system is working really, really well for me. And I am low-key so obsessed with this, and I think that's why it didn't work out when I went back to my B6 paper test for those 2 days, because I just really missed my inserts I made, which makes sense because like I made these and tailored them to like what I want and what I need in my schedule. So the fact that it didn't really work out for me going to a different layout makes sense, it checks out. And so I've been really, really enjoying these. And then I decided to experiment a little bit with my daily pages. So instead of just the plain grid, I did a kind of daily breakdown where I did a schedule overview, the weather, reminders, notes. And I tried this for a couple days, and I liked these, but I didn't love them. So I ended up making some tweaks, which is gonna be this week. And I basically just changed it so the daily overview was now on the left side, and I kind of just updated some of these a little bit, and then a plain grid page on the right for memory keeping, journaling, ephemera, anything like that. And this is what I've continued to use. This has kind of been the sweet spot for me, and I really have been enjoying these. I think it's nice to have a little daily breakdown or priorities of the day, and then obviously like journaling and things like that. So these have kind of stuck and stayed the same. I've had a really fun time decorating these and kind of giving them, I think, that like lived in feel, but also keep it really functional for myself. And so here I think is my first full week of actually doing those daily pages, and I only do these Monday through Friday because I feel like I don't really need a daily breakdown on the weekends. So I just have left grid paper for the weekends if I want to journal or anything, but I just mainly use these like for work and what I'm doing during the week. So I just have Monday through Friday in here, and this is probably like my favorite week of spreads. I really love how all of these turned out. I've had Born to Die on like repeat this week. I don't know what is in the air, but I'm just like in that mood. If you know, you know. I'm starting to make 2025 inserts, which was really exciting. So I put a little preview in there. And more journaling. I've been stamping the daily pages with a stamp I got from Amazon. I'll link it below, and I'll link a lot of the stuff I use below. But I've been stamping the dailies, which has been kind of fun. I'm not any good at it, and I cannot get it straight to save my life. But I think it's like a fun little addition to the page. And then this was Friday, and then I just tipped in some stuff from a trip that I took over the weekend. And then this was this week, which was pretty naked compared to the other weeks, again, because I had that weird freak out. But this has been this week. This was Monday. I was feeling the planner scaries, and that's all I really had to say about the day. And then I wasn't in my book Tuesday, and then I wasn't really in it Wednesday. And then I came back like normal on Thursday, which was yesterday. And then I also stamped the date upside down because that's just how this week has gone. So that's what this week is. Not super exciting, but again, I'm glad I was able to come back so soon and realize that this is like where I should be and what feels nice. And so those are all my weekly and daily pages. And then today is Friday, but I have the day off, so I'm not going to do anything here. So I think I'm just going to archive at least this page. And then I need to print out some more weeklies and dailies for the next few weeks. And then I'm gonna archive some of these tracking pages that I've been using, my little finance tracker from July. This is a meals and grocery list insert that I just recently made, and I'm just kind of experimenting with right now. And then I think those are all the pages. Oh, actually, I think part of my freak out too is I realized I don't like these monthlies. These are the Filofax insert, and they're fine. Like, they do what they need to do. I just don't think I like them aesthetically for myself. And so I think that was kind of part of my freak out. So I actually made some monthlies yesterday to test out, and I don't love these 100% either, just because they feel so small. But it's just really hard to like get the layout in a personal size page like big enough. But I think I'm going to test these out. So I think I'm going to archive maybe April through June, and then just backfill July in here. But we'll see. So I have a couple of those. I only went till September because I might make changes to these. And then here is the rest of the year. Here are my work notes. And then in this section, this is where I've been doing the journaling that is on the weekends. So I've just been stamping the dates, and then any like feelings or anything I need to get out of my brain, I've just been putting in here. I think I'll probably keep these in here. I won't archive these until it gets a little bit more full. But that's when I've been doing journaling or extra journaling that doesn't fit in my weeklies and dailies. And then this is just personal contact info. I still have my money back here. That has been going well. And then my cards and my stickers. So that's what the pages are looking like. This is also a bookmark that I made. It's a random cat that I found on Pinterest, and I just printed it out and just cut it to look kind of like Polaroid size. And I had laminated this and then just cut the holes, and I have this little paper clip on it, but I really like him and I think he's definitely a vibe. So we'll go put him over on today, just Friday. So now we'll go ahead and open up this package. This is like a lot lighter and smaller than I was expecting. I don't know why I was expecting like a super huge binder. I guess online maybe they look a lot bigger than maybe what they are, but okay, cute. And I just got the binder. I didn't get the sleeve that it comes with just because it was a little more expensive that way, and I didn't really want to get the sleeve yet. So here is the little binder. It's not as big and crazy as I was expecting it to look like, which makes sense because it's only personal size, but I know from watching like Megan and Lindsay's videos, there seems to be some kind of like quality inconsistencies, and like there's some little like weird scuffs on here, and then there's like a dent in the spine, but honestly I don't care a whole lot, but good to take note of, I guess. So we'll go ahead and put the pages in. I do think this part is going to be fun because when I watch other people do it, like Megan and Lindsay, it seems very meditative and kind of relaxing. So I'm hoping that is the case, but I'm going to take all of my June pages except for this one, I think, and then put them in here. I don't know why this is not sticking. Okay, this one I'm keeping. So I think we're just putting them in the middle, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do think this is kind of relaxing to put them in here like this. And surprisingly, I have not missed my June pages. I've been archiving these at the end of every month, basically. And I thought I would miss seeing them in my book because I've always really liked to look back through my pages. But surprisingly, it's actually felt really nice to take out my weeklies and my dailies and not have to look at them anymore, especially when I have pages that I don't really love. And surprisingly, I have not missed them, and it's actually been really nice. So I think this will be a good alternative compared to a bound book, but we will see. I think all of us are feeling very, very stressed or just anxious about this Hobonichi launch. I'm not even planning on buying a Hobonichi book, but I know like everyone says that, and then they come out with stuff, and then, you know, we all kind of just end up getting something. I'm trying to tell myself that this year I will just stick to like the pencil boards or the accessories to like scratch the itch, but you never really know until launch day. But I'm really content with this system and I'm really happy with it, and I don't want to uproot myself just for the sake of FOMO and for something being cute, but it's a lot harder said than done for sure. And I think a lot of us kind of struggle with that, but I'm trying to hold strong for myself, but we will see. I even I don't know, part of me kind of felt like a fraud too after I posted my video from last week, and then like literally 2 days later or 3 days later I started feeling planner scaries, and I was like, wait, maybe I don't like rings. And then it was just like, no, Tori, like there's just something in the air, so we just need to like chill out for a second. Okay, there's June. And then we'll go ahead and pull out July. Hello. I think I'm gonna keep the last week of July in here. I think I'll keep my little map in here. Yeah, okay, cool. do really like this picture, and I might have to print another one for my book so I can see it. I am interested to see how many pages I can actually fit in here. I think Lindsay just recently said she could fit half a year in her binder, and then Megan said like 3 months, 3 or 4 months. So I am interested to see if I'm gonna need to buy more binders, which I don't love, or if I can somehow like squish them all in here, but that's kind of not my concern right now. I'd much rather have like my system figured out and good to go, and then just kind of like have a shoddy archiving than like, I don't know, a horrible system and then like a good archiving, if that makes any sense. But it's a lot easier said than done. Okay, these are our last couple pages. Okay, awesome. So that was pretty easy. I would say I have a good like 4 months left at least. So yeah, maybe the 6 months is pretty much on track for this. And that's just the weekly and daily pages. I think once I put everything else in, I might need to go to 2 binders just because mine are pretty fluffy. Honestly, like this more than I thought I would. I think flipping through them, oh, I need to get July. I think flipping through them is gonna be a little bit more of a challenge or not as fun experience, but when I like think back to like my cousin, like my 2023 cousin that's like completely filled out, I never flip through that and look at it ever. And so realistically, when I try to think of archiving, I try to really ask myself like, you know, like how much do you actually flip through your pages? And the answer is not that much. And so I'm not super worried about that. I just need a safe place for some of these pages are falling out because I had like cut the holes on the side, and so that's not something I still do, but I think that's good to know that they kind of fall out when you cut them like that. But okay, so that is my archiving for right now, which is kind of exciting and kind of nice to have 2 months in here already. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I know some of you have been transitioning to rings, some of you are still in bound books, so I don't know how relevant this is for you or how helpful, but I appreciate you guys being here and being along this little rings journey with me. I also want to say a huge thank you guys to 4,000 subscribers. I know a lot of YouTubers say this, but it is still just crazy to think that there are 4,000 of you who care about this and just care about me talking about my silly little notebooks. So I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.